So, hello, hope you have a safe and wonderful Halloween weekend. I just want to talk very briefly the things that I've observed and went through in a few minutes. It was crazy. I'm 33, this is why I stay my ass in the house. But just to cut a long story short, I went to a happy hour with an old coworker, old friend, catching up. So we parted ways. And so I go into the Uniqlo store. I don't know if you guys know, but in New York City, we have something called Uniqlo. I got this coat from here. So I was just looking because they looked like they had some cute jackets. And I noticed they had a security guard. So they never had a security guard before. She was female. So I used to do security for 5 years off and on. I know what comes with it, the disrespect. When you're a female, especially of color, a lot of people take advantage. So naturally, I'm gonna always, just because I used to do it, I always find myself in conversation. So unfortunately, she had an encounter with an ignorant man. He had to be at least 6 foot tall. She did the right thing. She took his picture, and he was getting ignorant with her. Had she been a man, he would not have done that. How do I know? Because I did security for 5 years. Luckily for me, I always had a man to back me up. And she did also, but he wasn't a security guard. He wasn't her supervisor. He worked for the store. But that's still good because I'm glad he intervened. This guy, he could have hit her. He was walking towards her, like threatening. And then to make it worse, his baby mother and the baby was in a stroller. Like, what type of man are you that you're gonna, first of all, argue with a woman for no reason in public, threaten her, talking about some you from East New York? Like, no. And she did the right thing. She didn't say nothing back. But me, when a nigga would say something to me, to be honest, I'd be like, I'm from East New York too. What you mean? Like, but she did the right thing. But me, nah. So when she walked away, she didn't come back to post. Because everybody not built like that. Not saying she's a punk, but everybody's not a confrontational. Like me, you come at me, I'm gonna come at you 10 times more. Like, I'm coming at you. I'm not scared of nobody. So, people think, oh, because I'm soft. And yes, I have 2 personalities, literally. Like, I'm classy, but don't punk me. And I've learned to have a tough skin because of my line of work. I'm a para now, but when I was in security, you have to have a tough skin. He's talking about something, he gonna snatch her wig off. Just very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. My advice to her, tell your manager you're not comfortable in Atlantic Mall, and let them know you want to go to some place like Saks Fifth Avenue. Had she been on Saks Fifth Avenue, she would have not encountered that. How do I know? I've been there. Okay. So, customers like that, you get escorted out the mall. Period. Like, and me and the customer got into a conversation. I was like, one thing about white people, even if they don't like you, they will promote you, because it's not about who like who. They're not emotional, right? They business savvy. So if you good for the business, they gonna keep you. Period. So I told her straight up, like, yo, make sure you tell your manager, don't take you to Atlantic Mall no more, Saks Fifth Avenue, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that. More money, less stress with Saks Fifth Avenue. The only thing that's in them places is kind of strict, but who wants to go through the bullshit? Feel me? So fast forward to, I get on the train, and it's this guy. I don't know if he was homeless or not, but he was begging for change. Why the white guy, and this made my blood boil, and he really shut the fuck up when I didn't care, because it just did something to me. He gonna call this man a spick. I said, did you just call him a spick? I called him out. I didn't care. I didn't care. I'm like, yo, it's 2022. Did you just call him a spick? I said, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black people. Do you not know that that's another word for nigga? Do you not know that? Now, if I call you white trash, I'll be wrong, right? And I'm just saying, like, I'm just pissed. I'm walking home, but I stood up. And, you know, I don't have no cash or nothing. I have GoPay and debit card. But everybody knew I was right. The girl that was sitting next to him, I don't know if she knew him. She moved her seat because she knew he was wrong for that. You don't call nobody no spick on a train. Is you stupid? That's a death wish. Do you not realize where you are? You're on a 3 train. 3 train is for minorities. It comes from Harlem to East New York, Brooklyn. I'm not gonna let you call nobody a spick. I'm like, yo, he just called somebody a spick. I never heard that. Like, you a white man, and you gonna call somebody a spick in my presence? In my presence? I said, if I call you white trash right now, I'll be wrong, right? He didn't say nothing back because he knew I was right. Like, yo, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black people on the train. Say something. Like, yo, I'm so tight right now. Like, people are getting bold, but all my YouTubers, stand for what's right. Because it's a war out here. Stand for what's right. Stand for what's right. And I'm so happy in Uniqlo, or Unique, whatever you call it, that store in Target in Atlantic Mall. That black guy, he did stand in the gap. So he was getting close. He was going to hit her. But that black guy, he did stand in the gap. So I commend him. I really do. He did to defend her because we need defense. And I be seeing female cops. I saw a female cop when I was walking to Grand Army Plaza Library. I said, y'all be safe because it's not easy being a female cop or security guard. It's very hard because when you look feminine or they feel like you any type of punk, they want to take advantage. And it's a very hard job. You know, I feel like with female cops, truthfully, you need to have that male cop with you. That's only my opinion. Because they're gonna slaughter you. Like, it's not just like with security guards. When I did security, it was always a male supervisor to regulate. When I was at Yankee Stadium, I never forget this guy cursing me out for no reason because I was a female. He hated women. My supervisor stood in the gap like, you say something to her one more time. Say something to her one more time. Like, he had my back. And then I observed a female cop. It was a Puerto Rican guy, got up in her face. Her coworkers came to her rescue. Like, you can't talk to somebody like, is you stupid? They stomped him out. We ain't say nothing. We was like, yo, he all drunk up in her face. She called her backup. Stomped him out. Stomped him out. As they should. You don't get up in no cop face. Is you stupid? You have a death wish? They stomped him out lovely. And we looked the other way. So I'm just urging y'all, have our back, you know? Have our back. Have your sister's back. You know, you got a sister that's a security guard, a cop that's that's a female cop in your family. Hold them up in prayer. It's just rough out here. And don't have a tolerance for that racism. You know, some people, they stay silent, whatever. I couldn't stay silent. Like, you're not going to call somebody a spick, and I'm on the train. Like, I just couldn't fence. I'm like, he really called somebody a spick? And I'm sitting here? Like, I put him in his place. If I called you white trash, what's the problem? What now? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black people on a train. What's good? Like, really? But yeah, it's really getting crazy out here. People are really getting bold out here. And that's why I stay in the house now. Since the pandemic. I can't. But that's my thoughts for today. Have a good weekend, y'all.